What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Why am I in front of that? Let's change my background real quick. I'm a pro. I know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Look, we're live on YouTube and Twitter, everybody. If you're on Twitter and you're watching and you want to join the chat, come on over to YouTube. That could be fun. You know what I mean? It's the ReCoop. I'm Cooper Daniels. It is 6:30 a.m. on the West Coast, and it is various times across the globe for all of you people. Does anybody actually even watch this show on the West Coast? I don't know. Maybe I have a couple friends that watch this. That's okay. Who needs friends anyways? I swear to God, everybody, I am incapable of getting more than 6 hours of sleep. I go to bed at I went to bed like at 8:45 last night and promptly woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't go back to sleep, and then made the mistake, of course, like always. I picked up my phone and watched people beat the shit out of each other on Twitter. Anybody else? I mean, look, I get it. Like, it makes sense why I am getting all of these fights, because I do on occasion, I'll be like, whoa, that was a good left hand. And so I click on it just to get it bigger so I can hear them, what these people are saying. And now it's just always that. I have to stop clicking on it. But fights are interesting on some level, but that is not how I want to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning just seeing a bunch of people beat the shit out of each other. If I wanted that, I would just go on crypto Twitter and say something that some people don't like. I don't know. Isn't it a shit show? I keep on saying the word shit. Sorry for swearing, everybody. I'll try not to anymore. But isn't it crazy? Is anybody else looking at crypto Twitter, looking at this world? I mean, YouTube influencers or Twitter influencers or crypto influencers or YouTubers. I mean, what a pathetic lot. You know what I'm saying? I swear, I look at that and I think, wow, I'm part of that. That's me. I'm part of this. Look at these people. I mean, they're trash. Most of them are such trash. Oh man, makes me do some introspection, being like, okay, so you're part of that. You don't exactly identify with that. I didn't really watch that. Like, I didn't watch BitBoy before I started doing this. I had no idea. Crypto Wendy. I didn't know who these people were when I started doing this. I wasn't influenced by these people. I would never listen to those people. The reason why I made this show was because I was like, okay, this is all crap. Like, I would watch people, it would be terrible. And I just was like, I just want to learn more about this stuff. Why can't I learn more about this stuff? So I was like, maybe I could try it and be funny about it. But I didn't know all of the mess that this was, that I was affiliating with myself with. How's it going? Is there anybody in the chat? Anybody there? There we go. Look at you guys. Good vibes. Playing some Mario music to join the mood. Do. It is a complete mess, Samino. I swear. So good morning. I'll say good morning to some people here. Good morning, Samino. Good morning, Shek. Fuzzy, what's going down? Moriarty, welcome back. Outsider 409. There's some familiar faces. Hello, Christian. Long time no see. We got Christian in the building from Italy or Florida or wherever that man is right now. But yeah, anyways, it's a mess. Crypto Twitter, I don't know what regular Twitter looks like other than if it's, daily loud videos. I regret for the past couple of months, not in the last few weeks. I mean, if the thought strikes me, maybe I'll respond to one of these things. For there was a month where I watched Algobama comment some pretty funny things, get a lot of likes, and then he got monetized on Twitter. I was like, okay, I'll try to play the reply guy thing. And I just destroyed, apparently, my algorithm. I go to following. That's the only place you can be. But then it's limited on what you see. Then it's all the same crap. I don't know, man. I don't feel like it's better. I don't. All right. Hey, look. So we got a good. We're gonna recap the news. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna scroll through some things. I don't know if anything's happened in the last 15 minutes, but at 5:30, I looked at CNBC. I saw a good jobs report, which means blood in the streets, which means interest rates could continue to rise, which means inflation is not trending the right direction, which means there is still purchasing power out there. We need a recession, says everybody. And I think most of you would be like, bro, we're in it. And these job numbers are nonsense. I mean, if I'm putting my finger in the wind, if I'm farting in the farting, oh boy. Even me getting up at 3, I've been up for 3.5 hours and I still have cobwebs. But man, I'll tell you real quick. It is nice to wake up at 3 in the morning, though. I have to say it because there's nobody awake, and so I just do whatever the hell I want. I just for 3 hours, I was just doing whatever the hell I wanted. Farting in the wind. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm doing that right now. I'm farting in the wind. Bye bye. Just me talking. Oh God. I'm gonna keep doing it though, because you know what? If I keep doing this, then they win. I don't know who they is. I don't know who they is, but they win if I stop doing this. So I'm gonna keep doing this to protect you guys from them. I am being actually really loud. Somebody just said, but not too loud. Yeah, I'm like screaming in here. I'm not even wearing headphones. I'm screaming in my kitchen. Actually, not in my kitchen, in my whatever you call that. All right. All right. So let's just go. And so are all the other government sponsored figures inflation? Definitely not sub 4%. No, it definitely isn't. Pissing in the wind. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Farting in the wind. The good thing about farting in the wind is that it misdirects it, so you don't really know who it came from. All right, guys, look, how many people, yeah. All right, so let's share the screen. Let's have some fun. Let's read some news. Let's talk about the week, and let's just deal with what comes up. That's the game right now, isn't it? It's gonna keep on keeping on, folks. We don't want them to win. All right. Let's view this over here. Let's get this going the right way. Put me over there in the corner. Cooper in the corner. And let's go look. All right. So stocks are falling. It's better than it was immediately, but we got lost 200 points in the Dow, 0.6%. You got losing 32 points. Okay, so it's red. It's red. Okay, Kazakh fintech Freedom Holding is being investigated by the DOJ, SEC. Okay, whatever. Payrolls soared by 336,000 in September, defying expectations for a hiring slowdown. That slowdown is coming. This is probably the last time we see this type of news. Unless it truly is. I mean, it's a lagging thing. This is coming to an end. I say that with a high amount of conviction. U.S. 10-year yield jumps back near 16-year high after better than expected jobs report. Yes, it does. Okay. White gold rush. Weight loss drugs may be linked to stomach paralysis. Other rare but severe issues. I also saw Walmart complaining about Ozempic or whatever that thing is called, cutting back how much food people are buying. JP Morgan's Marco Kolonovich braces for a 20% market plunge. All right. Tesla's down 3%. The 30 years at 5%. Wild. 10 years at 5%, basically. Why would you do a 30-year? Bloomberg. How you doing, Bloomy? Where's my refresh? Where's my refresh button? Let's refresh. Okay. U.S. hiring surges bolstering case for another Fed rate hike. The 5% bond market means pain is heading everyone's way. Bonds to rally big in 2024 amid recession. Corporate America is ignoring Jay Powell and binging on debt. I'm just reading headlines. Sorry, there's just none of this is all that interesting to me. I'm just trying to see if there is anything that is interesting to me by reading it out loud. And no, so we're going to move on. Russian court drops case against billionaire. All right. Probably needed his money. All right. Let's go to CoinDesk. More interesting. I mean, by the way, is this refreshed? I mean, Bitcoin isn't touched by that news. Completely and utterly untouched, unaffected by the jobs report. Binance is up. BNB is up since the jobs report. It was at 211 when I looked earlier. Ethereum is stuck at 16, like 50, and Bitcoin currently is stuck at 27.5. So either the crypto market is lagging, trying to sell the narrative that it isn't linked to the stock market, or I don't know, but it did not move really. Tokenized US Treasuries arrive on Coinbase's base with backed real world asset token issuance. What are you talking about? Oh, wait, am I not sharing? Okay, I probably wasn't sharing, but I should be now. Yeah. All right. All right, what do we got here? The market for tokenized US Treasuries has grown sixfold this year to 666 million, according to a real world asset data provider. Switzerland based tokenization firm Backed Finance has expanded its tokenized short term US Treasury offering to crypto exchange Coinbase's Base blockchain. The issuance marks the first real world asset token issued on the Base network, which also hosts a popular socialized tokenization platform, Friendtech. Issued under the Swiss tokenized securities law, backed BLBO1 crypto token is a blockchain-based version of BlackRock's short-term U.S. Treasuries exchange-traded firm that offers a 5.25% annual yield to investors. The offering is available to qualified investors and licensed distributors who pass the KYC. U.S. investors and entities are restricted from buying the token. Tokenization of real-world assets, an umbrella term for wrapping traditional financial instruments such as government bonds, private equity, or credit in a token form and placing them on blockchains, has become one of the hottest trends in crypto this year. The market for tokenized assets could mushroom to $16 trillion by 2030. I mean, this is the direction that this is all going, is tokenizing these real-world assets. You know, stocks are next, and BlackRock is going to control it all. Is the plan, I think. How well that's going to go. I mean, BlackRock has been saying, oh, the major thing is tokenization, real world assets. Yeah, it is. And here it comes. What you feel about that, or what I feel about that, could be different, but that is what's happening. Backed explained the expansion that Base offers a low cost, developer friendly way to build on chain, and also an extraordinarily centralized way. Kind of goes against the entire ethos of what we're doing here. All right, there we go. But when it comes to layer twos, Base makes the most sense to me. They're all basically centralized sequencers. And, this gives Coinbase a DeFi play and more, hopefully, more revenue for the company. So the stock goes up. Hopefully for me, because I own some of the stock. All right. U.S. added 336,000 jobs. We talked about that, nearly doubling expectations, and Bitcoin slips 1%. Like, why even add that? I guess Bitcoin was up to like 27.8 or something. I know it broke over 28 yesterday, but it does not want to break over 28. All right, JP Morgan, what you got to say, man? Got the hot takes, JP Morgs. The rise in Ether staking since the merge and Shanghai upgrades has come at a cost to Ethereum as the network has become more centralized and the overall staking yield has fallen. Many in the crypto community had seen Lido, a decentralized liquid staking platform, as a better alternative compared to the centralized liquid staking platforms associated with centralized exchanges. Lido, there she is. We just talked about her. Lido has been adding more node operators to contain the number of staked Ether being controlled by any single operator. Okay, so Lido is making it more. We've talked about that several times, and it's true. I don't have a good feeling about Ethereum. Not that that means anything really, and not that you should make any investment decisions based on that, but I just don't have a good feeling about it. It doesn't feel good. It does not feel good, folks. There might be some skeletons in that Ethereum closet. And it's not just because it's becoming more centralized. ThorSwap pauses platform. That's interesting. I didn't actually see that. Because they have been using ThorSwap. Okay, a ThorSwap developer said the team stands firmly against any and all criminal actions. After the move, the FTX exploiter started swapping funds into the Threshold Network's TBTC tokens. ThorSwap Exchange said on Friday it would shift into maintenance mode after a series of illicitly linked funds were passed through the platform in the past several days, including several transactions originating from the infamous FTX exploiter wallet that drained funds from Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX exchange in the days following its bankruptcy last year. And according to one blockchain sleuth, Look On Chain, the exploiter has since started early Friday swapping Ether into the Thresholds Network's TBTC tokens, a bridged form of Bitcoin. So this hacker also has a similar feeling and is getting out of Ether into Bitcoin. After ThorSwap suspended swaps, FTX exploiter started swapping ETH for BTC and cross-chained to the Bitcoin network through the T network. So far, FTX exploiter has swapped 75,000 ETH, $124 million for BTC assets, and cross-chained to the Bitcoin network. Okay, fellow Thorchads, a pressing and persistent concern has recently come to light: the potential movement of illicit funds. Okay, funds. All right, we get it. We hear you. You stopped it. Good old decentralization. Shut it down. All right. Sam Bankman-Fried, other FTX execs committed financial crimes. That's right, Gary. Gary said it. Gary Wang, the CTO, co-founder of FTX. That's definitely a story of the week. We'll look at it. I mean, let's look at it here. Who cares? It's pushing down. Over these maybe I'm moving the market right now, folks. Just kidding. All right. SBF, other FTX committed financial crimes. FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried committed financial crimes, Gary Wang said. Wang, the fourth witness called by the DOJ, said he committed wire fraud, securities fraud, and commodities fraud alongside Bankman-Fried and Caroline Ellis, who ran Bankman-Fried's Alameda Research. We gave special privileges to Alameda Research to allow it to withdraw unlimited funds from FTX and lied about it. Bankman-Fried faces fraud and conspiracy charges. So it was a house of cards. Wang followed Paradigm co-founder Matt Huang, who testified about his company's past investments in FTX. The company invested around $300 million or so across different rounds in FTX and FTX US. Asked how Paradigm currently values the FTX equity, it says, we marked that to zero. Software bug that resulted from the unusual way FTX handled customers' deposits overstated how much its sister company Alameda owed the exchange customers by $8 billion. And by the way, the bug that led to this hack apparently they were tipped off to earlier before this all happened. So they all knew that was happening. It's an inside job. Come on. By somebody. I mean, it might not have been coordinated, but somebody inside knew about something and took a bunch of it. All right. Okay. Well, that was fruitful. I feel like there was fruit. All right. All right. Here we are. We're here at Coin Market Cap. Don't know if you, there she is again, Wendy O, Lark Davis. Okay. Bitcoin actually in the last hour is up, is in the green. The last day, it's down almost 2%. 7 days, it's up 2%. Ether also up in the last hour. Down less than 1%, down less than Bitcoin. But over the last week, down nearly 3%, while Bitcoin is up 2%. Look at us. Volume, still low. Low, low, low. Solana's up a bit. It's up 13.5% in the last week. You guys love Solana. Love Solana, don't you? Cardano is a top gainer, I guess because it's up 3.5% over the last week. Polygon up 7%. Polkadot, $4. Chainlink at 750. Look at me just reading prices. Okay, volume. Okay, the volume's low here. Hedera's at 5 cents. It has been for a while. Yeah. Biggest loser, Lido. You big loser. Near's at $1. Quant's at 87. Algo's right under 10 cents. Pretty even over the last week. All right. Tezos. What's Tezos? Tezos is a pretty decent project that nobody gives a shit about. What's this decent project that nobody gives a shit about? All right. 67 cents. All right. Let's look at fear and greed real quick and then let's move on. Fear and greed is neutral. All right. Let's update. Fear and greed is neutral. All right. So ETH BTC is up. Today it's up 0.7%. Over the last week, it's down 3%. So, Bitcoin is still dominating. We'll see what that FTX hacker does with that Bitcoin. What the US government does with their Bitcoin. Don't they still have some to sell? And if finance is going to collapse, we'll see. How's Algo doing versus BTC? Am I being a little too grim today? All right. So Algo is down a 1.5%. So it is down today on BTC. It's down on the week, but closer to sideways. And then it's, red against Bitcoin throughout all time frames. Sweet. Okay, this was good news. Hold on, sorry. Get out of here. I need out of this. Okay. All right, this was good news. Let's just look, make sure you guys are with me still. All right. Good news this week. The SEC is likely to approve all spot Bitcoin ETFs at once, says a former BlackRock executive. Martin Bednall, a former BlackRock executive, said the US SEC will likely approve all spot Bitcoin ETF applications at the same time. CEO at Van Eck-owned Market Vector Indexes echoed and said that the approvals could come in the next 3 to 6 months, which is a time frame that he's moved up. I don't think they're going to want to give anybody first mover advantage. Bednall, who spent over 13 years at BlackRock, said the potential Bitcoin ETF approvals will be hugely positive for crypto markets, he added. Stephen Schoenfield, CEO at Van Eck-owned Market Vector Indexes, who was on the panel with Bednall, echoed him, saying that it is very likely that the SEC will approve all Bitcoin ETF applications simultaneously, and that the approvals could now come in sooner than he previously expected. 2 weeks ago, I would have said the approval is 9 to 12 months away, but sitting here today, I say it's closer to 3 to 6 months. That's because the SEC recently did not completely reject ETF applications and instead asked for comments. Also, the SEC recently lost a Grayscale case, which means it will likely have to allow the conversion of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust into a spot ETF. Then Captain Obvious said that BlackRock is very close to regulators. BlackRock are very close to the regulators around the world as well. They have a big team in the regulatory arm and talk often to the regulators. So they must be getting soundings there, saying that they wouldn't have bothered with the spot Bitcoin ETF if it didn't anticipate SEC approval. I mean, and everything that Gary Gensler has said is that Bitcoin's all good. So this is coming. They're just not going to approve it until they take down Binance, or they at least cut off, their legs. The analogies and the sayings aren't coming to me quick today. That's okay though. But yeah, they're going to approve it after they do what they're going to do to CZ and maybe even more importantly, Justin Sun, which I don't think that there's a whole lot of people in this industry that want to see this industry thrive that don't think that Justin Sun has done some shady stuff. This is the part of the show where you see me trying to swat a fly. So yeah, go after Justin Sun, find CZ, and let's get on with it. But they're trying to demoralize us and get us to go. Okay, so they can run it, own it, and we can have fun staying poor. All right, owning nothing. Okay, Ethereum spot ETFs last month. Kathy Woods, ARK Invest, and Crypto Asset Manager 21 Shares filed for the first Ether spot ETF. The SEC will likely approve spot Ether ETF soon after approving spot Bitcoin. Okay, so let's look at that real quick. I skipped. Okay, so it seems like, by the way, folks, this is why. Okay, so there's something that happened recently. A lot of people are like, wait, why didn't the market respond to the ETH futures ETFs on Monday? They went live. Why didn't that respond? Well, because nobody's excited about a futures ETF. It's a tool for manipulation, keeping the price from going up. But there is actually reason to be excited. This is, I've been talking about my bad feeling about Ether, but this is clear that if they're allowing these futures-based ETFs in Ether, and the court recently decided when it came to Bitcoin that if they approved futures ETFs, why wouldn't they approve spot ETFs? So that's going to be the same reasoning for Ether. And that's why you could be excited about that, because there's probably a spot Ether ETF coming as well. All right. You monsters. Yogita. It's a name I've seen a bunch. Oh, get out of here. All right. Sorry. Okay. Real World Asset Project. We already read about that. Solana's latest update brings native support for private blockchain transactions. Okay, cool. MoonPay adds the ability to swap cryptocurrencies in its consumer app at a ridiculous fee, I'm sure. MoonPay charges lots. Okay. We need KYC. We need more KYC. Just kidding. Don't pull that out of context. All right. Taiwan hopes to propose special crypto law by the end of November. JP Morgan says Ethereum has become more centralized with staking surge. Okay, we've already gone through this. We're good. All right, what do we have here? What did I queue up here, folks? Oh yeah, okay. So then big news this week. A few days ago, the SEC's motion to appeal the loss in the cripple case is denied. Okay, this fly is driving me crazy. but that's okay. A federal judge has rejected the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's bid to appeal his ground-shaking loss against Ripple. Torres said in a brief ruling Tuesday that the SEC had failed to meet its burden under the law to show that there was controlling questions of law, or that there are substantial grounds for differences of opinion. The decision isn't a complete loss for the SEC, though. The judge set an April 2024 trial date for other issues that still need resolution. The agency may still try to appeal the overall case after. So that was the SEC tried to do something where they tried to appeal within right now type of thing instead of after the case. So this does not eliminate the SEC's potential for appealing, but it does show that it's moving in the wrong direction for the SEC. All right. BBC News is, they talk about Sam Bankman-Fried, the trial of Crypto King. Does anybody think that this dude was the Crypto King? Like, give me a break. Sam Bankman-Fried was not the Crypto King. This guy didn't give a shit about crypto. He's the arbitrage king. If he's anything, he's the king of ugly menage a trois. I don't know. The grossest. He is the king of bumping uglies. Like, he gives the literal definition to bumping uglies. He's not the Crypto King. Imagine it. Just sit there right now with your morning coffee, Caroline Ellison and Sam Bankman-Fried just gross. What's wrong with me? Oh my God. The dude was no king. He was a traitor. That's it. He doesn't give a shit. That guy didn't care. He's a scam artist. I'm pouring coffee. Because I just got depressed picturing Caroline Ellison and Sam Bankman-Fried. I saw that she was insecure. She didn't know if she was good enough for old Sam Bankman-Fried. And then she had to remind herself, hopefully at some point she reminded herself that this dude is ugly as hell as well. I mean, why is it always the grossest people that do that shit? All right. Former crypto billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried is staring down decades in prison as his trial. He's not going to prison. This guy's not going to prison. They're working overtime. Oh, poor Sammy. He's just a dummy that's depressed. And he just, he was trying to do the right thing. His mommy and daddy teach at Stanford, what's there? Elizabeth Warren is his his mama. I don't know. Like he's not going to prison, or he's going to prison for no more than a year. They're already trying to, it was evil Caroline Ellison. I mean, I kind of believe it. I don't really know. Who knows what's true? It's just so stupid. And it sucks to see the media in action so transparently because he's one of theirs. On some level, he is one of theirs. And there's probably dirt. What's the dirt? What do you got, Sam? Go rogue. Sorry. The son of Stanford law professors, Mr. Bankman-Fried, rose to fame after founding FTX. He became a kind of crypto spokesman in Washington, known for his curly mop, sports sponsorships, and my favorite comedian, Larry David. Not my favorite quarterback, Tom Brady. Not a Tom Brady fan, even though he's fantastic at quarterbacking. And from the Bay Area, where I'm from. Doesn't matter. As crypto markets soured in 2022, he stepped in as a savior for smaller firms, earning him the nickname King of Crypto. But a few months later, he was arrested and charged with fraud. So his kingship, his reign was short. Mr. Bankman-Fried's arrival at the federal courthouse on Tuesday kicked off what is expected to be a roughly 6-week courtroom battle. The moment drew dozens of reporters. All eyes are going to be on it. It has added significance given the state of crypto industry and the state of regulation in the United States. The trial is expected to shine a light on the heady deal-making. Okay, who cares? There he is. Oh, man. It's like you see that you do start to feel bad for him. He just looks like a stupid puppy. The gangster walking him out, which is probably a cop or something. All right. There you go. In court on Tuesday, where he appeared in his suit and his typically disheveled locks trimmed, he told Judge Lewis Kaplan he understood that it would be his choice. Okay, I don't know what the choice was, but we don't care. Mr. Bankman-Fried's best hope is to find a sympathetic member of the jury. All you need is one juror to say, not guilty, the government hasn't proven its case beyond a reasonable doubt. And that reasonable doubt will come from, was it actually Caroline Ellison who did this? And then she'll go on trial, and they will once again, because her family is also very connected. It's really, guys, just about this doesn't happen again. We don't want to lock up sweet sociopath Sam Bankman-Fried or polyamorous freaking dumpster diver Caroline Ellison. Dumpster diver, that's not the right thing. This is like something you would find as a dumpster diver. She is not a dumpster diver. She's very well off. Sorry, I'm being kind of rude. All right, Cointelegraph, what do you got? All right, Cointelegraph is telling us to pull the brakes on Ethereum and rotate back to Bitcoin. Well, that's not Cointelegraph. That's the K33 report. The gravitational pull in crypto for the time being stays in BTC. The relatively lackluster performance of 9 new Ether futures exchanged funds has prompted analyst K33 Research to urge a rotate back. Go back. Go back home to Bitcoin. This is not the case for ETH at the moment. The Fed and oil prices have been consistently powerful macro influencers on the crypto market in the past couple of years. At the late stage of the rate hike cycle we're in, the market is looking for further good news to push on, but with oil prices rising again, this could have a cooling effect on sentiment. All right, you guys read any of this crap? Dylan LeClaire, Bitcoin guy, he's been around for a while. He irritated, he was him and what's his face? Nick, Jesus. The hell's that guy's name? I can't believe I forgot that Nick dude's name. All I can think of is Nick Szabo right now, but that's the guy that created Bitcoin. I'm talking about the guy that the Bitcoiners love to hate. Doesn't matter. They got in a fight about the security model of Bitcoin in the future, blah, blah, blah. But this guy did have an interesting thing. We brought up Justin Sun earlier. Let's look through this thread. Dylan LeClaire, thread on the web of deception with Justin Sun around Huobi, which is now HTX, which is hilarious that he changed it from Huobi to HTX. STUSDT and TUSD, as well as the TUSD relationship with Binance and the drain of real USD liquidity from the crypto ecosystem. In late 2022, Justin Sun reportedly acquired a controlling stake in Huobi, now named HTX, which had over 1.5 billion USDT deposits at the time. Over the summer, deposited USDT funds started getting replaced by staked, USDT. This substitution has been largely unnoticed by Huobi users. What is STUSDT? STUSDT, controlled by Justin Sun, claims to provide a yield by investing in real-world assets, such as treasury bills, while the actual flow of funds from Huobi's USDT to STUSDT and then to Just Lend DAO indicates that no such investment into RWAs occur. We can follow these swaps very clearly on chain, and let's remember that STUSDT and USDT are considered as the same asset natively on Huobi, as evidenced by their lack of STUSDT trading pairs. Instead, it goes to Just Lend under Sun's control, and the USDT is not burned. Huobi wallets have been found to transfer significant amounts of USDT to STUSDT's staking contract, then STUSDT circles back to Huobi, blah, blah, blah. You can read about it there. As seen in Bloomberg, you can see a shift in HTX's reserves from July 1st to September 15th. On July 1st, USDT made up 18.8% of reserves, but by September 15th, this had dwindled to just 4.7%, while Sun's STUSDT grew to represent 14.5% of the reserves. So it made up for it. Okay, so you see this. HTX's USDT gets staked for STUSDT, which then moves to Just Lend, a platform Sun controls. The USDT never invests in RWAs, but just sits in Just Lend, while Huobi users end up with STUSDT instead of the USDT they thought they owned. Looking at Just Lend, currently there is 1.3 billion STUSDT supplied, earning 4.23%, with only 15,000 of borrowing, earning 0.01%. The real world asset story is a lie. However, it isn't uniquely USDT this is happening with. TUSD, which is also controlled by Sun, plays a part. Over the last 6 months, a significant portion of TUSD burns have been attributed to just two wallets, both associated with Sun. So it isn't Nick Carter. So it isn't convenient that you can now stake TUSD to mint STUSDT. In theory, USDT is burned so that the supply decreases and the supposed cash backing it invests in T-bills that earn a yield that's passed on to the holders of ST. Let's just get to the point where they swap it for USDC and then turn it into dollars. So, i.e., 500 million of TUSD is minted, sent to Huobi, then sent to Sun's wallets, parked in Just Lend, mints STUSDT, STUSDT to Huobi, TUSD gets burned, STUSD on Huobi remains. Real world assets. TLDR, use the USDT brand and its reputation internationally, swap it for fake STUSD while it appears as regular USDT on Huobi. And then what? What's the end goal? Why create an IOU of another stable and trick your users behind the user interface? For one, selling the USDT, which is actually mostly STUSDT, for USDC on Huobi. Data from Kaiko Data shows this clearly through the USDC USDT cumulative volume delta on Huobi, with 325 million USDT has been sold off for USDC in just over 2 months. They're locking in their cash for the big fine they're about to get, or the lawyers they're going to have to hire. I think it's highly likely that HTX, Sun, or wash trading to obfuscate volume on certain pairs, hiding that rehypothecated USDT is being dumped for USDC. Data from just over the last few days shows every single transaction over 100,000 is swapping USDT for USDC on the pair. To reiterate, it's mostly STUSDT under the surface being sold in hordes for USDC, which then can be redeemed for USD at Circle. Not unique to HTX. We have seen similar developments on Binance. Oh, shit. I didn't share any of that. I'm sorry. We have seen here you are, and this is the dude. My bad. We have seen similar developments on Binance, albeit without the STUSDT sleight of hand. Since the SVP collapse, CVD shows a 9 billion difference for the USDC USDT pair, indicating 8.9 billion of USDC buying while selling USDT on Binance. Even if you remove the first month post SVB collapse, the CVD for the pair is still plus 4 to 5 billion of net buying for USDC. Also, according to Arkham, Binance wallets preceding the SVB crash today are negative 4.27 billion USDC plus 384 USDT. All right. Let's also note Binance's curious relationship with TUSD on March 15th, mere days after the SVB collapse and Binance re-enabling USDC trading on the platform. 0% trading on little-known TUSD was enabled. The real interesting chart is a look at the TUSD outstanding supply and the timing of its largest mints. Convenient timing for billion-dollar increases in the stablecoin sent directly to Binance at a time where zero-fee trading is enabled. Quite the timing, isn't it? Never mind that TUSD attestations are blatantly unreliable and shady, and its largest mints are coincidentally timed perfectly with market sell-offs. But the world's largest exchange is promoting said stablecoin with zero fee. Certain actors are scrambling for USD liquidity, and they're partially draining USDC to do it. Yes, some of it can be attributed to holder base regulations. All right, the end. 1. Sun is creating a web of deception in order to siphon USD liquidity out of crypto using a multitude of fake stablecoins, and dare I say, he is a fraud. CZ and his embrace of TUSD, despite it being very suspect, is also ominous and reeks of desperation. TUSD minting patterns during sell-offs are suspect, must be noted. Huobi users get out of USDT into another asset and withdraw immediately. It's no wonder the chief strategy officer for Circle is saying that the crypto ecosystem is blatantly counterfeiting USD. That guy did a good job. And it lets you know, this lets you know the shitty game that Justin Sun is playing. That needs to be stopped for us to move forward, right? You know, you get put in this weird position when you're in this industry because you believe in so much of it, but you can't be somebody that just sits there and defends these blatant just crooks. So why aren't they actually doing something about it? Are they strapped? They can't do anything about it? I mean, they're going after the good guys. It's just like they go after the good guys because maybe the thinking is you go after the good guys, the guys that are trying to play well, and then when all that is left are the Justin Suns, then you can just kill the industry. But good for, Ripple, good for Coinbase, and good for anybody else that is fighting back and making a difference. This is an interesting article. I fell asleep last night reading it in bed, but it's on Forbes. It's how Binance turned its failed token ICO into $1 billion windfall. It's probably a good read. I'm going to read it later. I had it queued up because I thought I would have read it before I got here, but it put me to sleep. Let's be honest. All right. Well, guys, we did it. Here we go. Look at this. EXA. Redeemable prizes. You ever check the redeemable prizes on EXA Market? Get out of my face. EXA is a sponsor of the show, a supporter of the show, and they have talk about real world assets. Let's see what you can get. Get a gift card for $20. Look at that. Right here. You can get a ledger. I actually hit it. Like, go. For $35 on EXA right now. Look at this. I was going to say, what? $60 for this, but that's an auction. I don't think, that's just the price. That's an auction. Get a camera for $290. Anyways, check out EXA. EXA. What do you guys say? Do you say the letters or do you say EXA? What do you say? What do you say, guys? Let's look at the chat and let's go. All right. Don't let them win, Coop. All right, let's look at you guys were a little, okay, but not too late. Pissing in the wind. And so are all the other government-sponsored figures. Inflation definitely not sub 4%. Thank you for Protect, Coop. Don't let them win, Coop. I meant loud at 3 a.m., right? But not too loud. Actually, we need to stop accepting dead bodies voting for budgets. They're either owed or controlled because they have dementia and still sit in office. I mean, I'm not going to get started on politicians. But boy, oh boy. Oh man. I mean, the choices we have. You know what I mean? The choices we have. Is anybody actually excited about any of these people? Any of them? Sucks. All right. Moriarty owned. GM. Yes. What's going on, Jaxhole? Michael Norris, food here in California. Me and Mike live in the same, I don't know if we live in the same area, but we live in the same state. And food is up, some spots up by 300%. I mean, and it is so true. I mean, gas in most places is like 650 on the low side, which I know my European friends don't have any sympathy for, but it's definitely a culture shock here. We have a large car, heavy driving culture around here. And I own a truck, for the love of God. And I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. I don't drive that much actually, but still, that's expensive. The grocery store has gotten ridiculous. I mean, it's all falling apart. And my subtle, why am I leaving it like this? Oh, get out of here. There we go. The border wall is really for you. Keep me in. You trying to keep us in? Zeki Bop. Come to Norway, guys, and you will realize your food is dirt cheap. Yeah. If it is to keep us in, they should start with the 6,500 mile. Oh, okay. So it was. I'm in the middle of a. I'm in the middle of a conversation here. Nobody's fleeing to Mexico, Michael Norris says. I'm dying of COVID, but think of you left us on Bloomberg. Always appreciate waking up to a little Coop knowledge. Oh, Charlie. See, I told you I have real world friends. Charlie didn't watch this for more than 2 seconds, but he saw me. He went over to the chat. He said hello to make it look active. He is a RWA in my life. Super chat not working. What's going on? Why not? The U.S. government is one destroying Mexico with drug and okay. I'm not going to do this, guys. I mean, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with what you're doing, but I'm not going to dive in right there because I got to go. Got to get my kids to school. A heart from IRL Algo. Nice to have you in here. When is Coop going to be replaced with AI? When can it pay me? Can AI do this and I get paid somehow? If Super Chat's not working, I don't know why. If you guys are feeling it, if you're feeling the vibes, if you're noticing in the unhinged nature of your friend Cooper, that you wanted to donate and make him feel loved, you can do that. You can do that on the Algorand blockchain at ReCoop.algo. Send it. Okay, by the way, I'm going to tweet about it later. Okay, there's a couple of things that I got to say before we hang up. Actual housekeeping. Housekeeping. What am I? A school teacher? But there's two things. One, Devon Diaries is coming soon, friends. It's written. I'm excited about it. It's a lot of fun. So Devon Diaries on Twine coming soon with some artwork by Oink. Maybe you've already seen on Twitter the diary art that he put together, and then the first diary entry is going to come with some new original art alongside it. So the first diary entry is coming soon. And also after this, I have a couple of things to type out, but there's going to be an interview that I'm releasing, an interview with Jonty K, who is at Algo Foundry under Current Capital. They're building a ton of things. They have multi-sig solutions like Algo Safe that maybe some of you don't know about, but Algo Safe is a free tool that they built because they needed it. Algo Safe is cool, but there's also Algo Rye. There's also, of course, Messina Bridge, which has low fees and is connecting you to a bunch of different chains. And obviously, right now, if you're in Algorand, you're in the point where you can commit towards the next quarter's governance. And Algo Foundry and Messina Bridge have developed a tool to compete with Galgo called MAlgo. So watch that interview, learn. We talk. He's based out of Singapore. We talk about the situation of crypto in general in Singapore and globally. We talk about all the different projects that Algo Foundry and Undercurrent Capital have put their hands on. It's a multi-chain thing. It's not just an Algorand thing, but they are fully focused on Algorand right now. At Algo Foundry, they have a lot that they're working on. It's a great conversation. I really enjoyed seeing, and talking to Jonty. I know that Jonty is usually the guy in the background. He's not the one that usually talks, but if you watch the thing, you realize that he's a big part of that. And it was a great chat for sure. So let's get Devin as the Speaker of the House. Apparently anybody can be the Speaker of the House. I didn't know that. I thought you had to be a member of the House of Representatives. But I mean, I could be the Speaker of the House. That'd be fun. Guys, I don't even know how to do it right now. CoinMarketCap, where Algorand broke through to place 44 for a brief period the other day. Man, Outsider is linked in. He saw that. He saw Algorand go from 46 to 44. He rang a bell. He gave his wife a kiss on the cheek, and he ate a sandwich. He can zoom from the Guatemalan forest. Michael, you have not been paying attention. Oh, yeah. He can zoom from the What if the Speaker of the House? Oh, my God. That'd be fun. That would be might as well, right? Smash the likes and share, y'all. IRL. Thank you, sweetheart. I guess Super Chat isn't working. I got a receipt, but nobody saw my snarky remark. Snarky remarks are the spice of life. I think Coop is shadow banned. I'm having trouble finding you in the other device. On YouTube? I mean, I don't get any engagement anywhere anymore. So I don't know if that's crypto. I did criticize Mario and Elon. And I've noticed ever since I criticized Elon in a Mario thread, my engagement's gone down real low. God, damn, this sucks. Hello, you legends. Okay, it's 7:30, isn't it? All right, Ellison is hot stuff. He'll get a fine, some parole, and mandatory drug treatment. They should be made an example of. They really should. Can you read the phrase again? USD. No, and especially since I wasn't sharing it, so I had to say. I mean, this is mass adoption, guys. Mass adoption for crypto looks like USDT, TUSDT, STUSD, USDC, TUSD. I mean, it is like, this is such a headache. Thanks, Fisherman. Good morning to you too. What is show format exactly? you want format? Coop, read the news of you can now own part of the Michael Jackson song. Oh, they got Michael Jackson in the Oval. Elon's burned you. Love me some heat pows. Is that what we saw? Oh, there it is. Yeah. That is. All right. Well, guys, it's been fun. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining. Check out the interview with Jonty that'll be coming out in the next hour. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool about the Oval having Michael Jackson songs in it. I'm a fan of the music, not necessarily a fan of how close he was to children, but we don't talk about that. He's dead. It's over. All right. Bye, everybody. I appreciate it, and I'll see you soon. Peace.